This next story is absolutely insane. It's dystopian. It's really straight out of A Handmaid's Tale, much like some of the people Donald Trump is considering for the Supreme Court to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg, although we'll get to them on tomorrow's show. But it is now alleged that the United States in 2020 under Donald Trump is performing forced sterilization, unwanted hysterectomies on women detained by Donald Trump's ICE, Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. Forced sterilization is what we are talking about here. PRISM has learned, according to a source familiar with the situation, that gynecologist Mahendra Amin, based in Georgia, has been performing forced sterilizations. As per PRISM, the organizations Project South, the Georgia Detention Watch, Georgia Latino Alliance for Human Rights, and South Georgia Immigrant Support Network have filed a complaint on behalf of immigrants detained by the United States, detained inside of ICDC, which is operated by private prison company LaSalle Corrections. And the organization alleges that 5 women, could be more, but this specific complaint refers to 5 women, sterilized at the facility between October and December of last year. Dawn Wooten, a licensed practical nurse employed by ICDC, is the whistleblower. And she says, I've had several inmates tell me that they've been to see the doctor and they've had hysterectomies and they don't know why they went or why they're going. A spokesperson for the Southern Poverty Law Center, which has represented people detained there, confirmed to prison that Dr. Amin saw multiple women represented by the organization. The spokesperson couldn't currently confirm the extent of the appointments. And according to the whistleblower in the Project South complaint, Amin recently took out the wrong ovary on a detained woman. The women do not appear to be consenting to getting hysterectomies. They are not receiving translation services. Many times there are language barriers. When they are getting complicated medical information conveyed to them, they have no translator. Sometimes nurses are reportedly communicating using Google Voice on their phones to translate, Google Translate on their phones rather, or by asking other detainees to translate. That's not how we do things. Or I thought we weren't doing things that way in the United States. And one woman was given 3 different explanations about what is being done to her medically. This is some of the ugliest stuff that we've heard of. If you go back and look at U.S. history, there is an ugly history of reproductive injustice in the United States. The Tuskegee experiment used African-American sharecroppers to test and understand syphilis, with researchers refusing to tell patients that they have syphilis or to treat them in order to see what happens with untreated syphilis. Men were denied treatment and many died or went blind or insane. The American doctors behind the birth control pill first tested the birth control pill on low-income Puerto Rican women. There have been nationwide eugenics campaigns targeting wide swaths of people for sterilization because they were considered undesirable. So there's a history of this, and it's happening now, and it gets even worse. The doctor, Dr. Mahendra Amin, appears not to even be a board-certified OBGYN. They are a gynecologist, but a spokesperson for the American Board of Obstetrics and Gynecology said to the Daily Beast that according to their records, Dr. Mahendra Amin is not even certified. Now, it's sort of like the icing on the cake, right? Shocker that the Trump administration's choice of doctor for forced sterilizations is not board certified, but it's just another detail in the insanity. ICE is not commenting about the certification of Dr. Amin. And we are in the process of trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. The obvious question is Dr. Amin going to be prosecuted? Probably not. Is he going to be made Surgeon General? Seems like as reasonable of a question given the insanity of this administration. This really is this is concentration camp stuff. If it's even a fraction of what's being alleged, it is the worst of the worst. And we really need to remind ourselves as a country that we have committed atrocities in the past, and we've made improvements, but things are still going on. We can't put our guard down for a moment. The vigilance must stay. And when you let lunatics in power, bad things happen. It's not just elections have consequences. It's also not paying attention even for a moment has major consequences. Human rights abuses. It's dystopian. I'm almost at a loss for words. And unfortunately, we are repeating some of the worst things from American history right now. It's having an effect on our reputation. And that's what I want to talk about next. One of our sponsors today is Vincero Watches, and they're giving you up to 30% off everything in their store when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. If you're looking for an awesome way to update your look, the perfect way to do it is with an elegant, high-quality wristwatch. When there's a company like Vincero, there is no reason to go spending thousands of dollars on a watch. Vincero is an American company that's made it possible to own an excellent watch without breaking the bank. All of their watches are masterfully built with high-end materials, but they're all in the range of about $150 to $250. I just got a watch from their Icon Automatic collection. The one I got is in gunmetal and slate blue. I love the look. It's sleek, classy. It's clear that a lot of careful craftsmanship went into the design. It is definitely my new favorite watch. You'll get up to 30% off everything in their store when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. I've put the link right underneath this video.